Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today, and today I'm going to be doing my college football Week 7 predictions. As college football Week 7 starts tonight, the only really interesting game you have on tonight is West Virginia and Houston. But tomorrow you do have a couple solid matchups. You have the matchup of Colorado and Stanford, a couple other solid games on tomorrow, and Saturday. But Thursday, Friday, you don't have any ranked matchups. No ranked teams playing at all Thursday or Friday. But you do have a couple solid games on Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, you have some very solid games on. And I'm going to go over my predictions for this week's games. So, yeah. All right, starting with Saturday's 11 a.m. slates, you have a total of 5 games of ranked teams. All right, starting with Alabama and Arkansas. Alabama's 5-1, Arkansas's 2-4. This is at 11 a.m. on ESPN. Alabama is number 11 in the country, while Arkansas is 2-4. Alabama will crush Arkansas. Then you got Florida State, number 4 in the country, versus Syracuse. Syracuse is 4-2. And I will say, this game is at 11 a.m. as well, and it's on ABC. Florida State teams have competed with Florida State this season. We've seen them nearly lose a couple games. Boston College and Clemson kept it close with them. Could Syracuse potentially keep it close? I got Florida State winning this game probably by 10 points. Then Michigan, 6-0. They're number 2 in the country. This game's on Fox at 11 a.m. They play Indiana, who is 2-3. I don't see anything changing here. I think you're going to see Michigan with another beatdown. Then another 11 a.m. game, another Big Ten matchup. Ohio State, who is Ohio State, I believe, number 3. Yeah, number 3 in the country. Ohio State's back at number 3. They play Purdue. This is a road game. This is a home game for Purdue. Purdue's 2-4, though. This is a beatdown by Ohio State. I have Ohio State winning this one 38-10. All right, then the last game, the last 11 o'clock game for the last 11. Oh, by the way, the Ohio State Purdue game's on Peacock. The last 11 a.m. game for ranked matchups, Georgia and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's 2-5, Georgia's 6-0. This game's at 11 a.m. Another beatdown for Georgia. And then you got a really intriguing matchup here, and it's between Utah, who I believe right now, I think they're in the teens. They're in the teens, I believe, when it comes to the rankings. They face California, who's 3-3. This game's on the Pac-12 network, and I got Utah winning at home. And then you have number 24, Kansas, going on the road to face Oklahoma State, who's 3-2. This one's on FS1 at 2:30. I got Oklahoma. I'm gonna go ahead and say Oklahoma State gets the upset. And then you got the best game of the week by far, and that is Oregon, who is number 8, versus Washington, number 7. I think Washington is the better team. I'm going with number 7, Washington, at home. This game's at 2:30 on ABC, and I think Washington wins it against Oregon. And I got another upset here. I think Texas A&M, who kept it close with Alabama last week, going into Tennessee. They're facing number 19 Tennessee. I think the Aggies get the win. I picked them last week to get a huge win. They got their second loss of the year, losing to Alabama. They're unranked. This game's on CBS at 2:30. I think they beat Tennessee, who's number 19, and that is my second upset of the week. Then you got Penn State, who's ranked number 6, facing off against Mass. This is on the Big Ten network, and it's at 2:30. Beat down for Penn State. Then you got Louisville, number 14, facing off against Pitt. I got Louisville crushing Pitt. And then you got Washington State as well, matching up against Arizona. I got Washington State winning. Arizona is 3-3. Although, you know what? Arizona did play a very good game last week against USC. Wouldn't surprise me if Arizona came into Washington State getting the upset. But I'm going to go with the safe bet and say Washington State wins. That game's at 6 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. Then another 6 o'clock game. You got Auburn, 3-2, facing off against number 22 LSU on ESPN. I got a win for LSU. I think this will be a close game, a good game between two rivals, and I think LSU wins it. Then you got number 25 Miami. This is one of multiple ranked matchups. I think you only have a couple this week. Obviously Washington, Oregon, but number 25 Miami versus number 12 UNC, North Carolina, who's undefeated at 5-0. This is a home game for North Carolina. I think they win it by 13 points. Then you got Missouri, who's 5-1, facing off against Kentucky. I believe Kentucky is 20. They're 24. Yeah, Kentucky's 24 in the rankings, I believe. And I have Kentucky winning this one. I have Missouri winning this one in a close game. I mean, look at Missouri. They're 5-1. They've beaten some good teams. They've beat Kansas State, who was number 15 at the time. They nearly beat LSU. I think they have what it takes to beat. I think they have what it takes to beat. I think they have what it takes to beat Kentucky. And then another great matchup at 6:30 on NBC. You have number 10 USC versus number 21 Notre Dame. And I have Notre Dame getting the upset at home. USC has been struggling against bad teams, and now they're going to play a good team in Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame wins. I know I took Notre Dame to beat Ohio State. That was my mistake. But I think this time Notre Dame will get the big upset over USC. And then for some of the final games, you have Duke, number 17, versus NC State. I think Duke wins. They're number 17. This game's at 7 o'clock on the ACC network. Then you got Oregon State, who I believe is right now number 15, facing off against UCLA, who's number 18. And I will go with UCLA getting an upset over Oregon State. And so, yeah, that is it for my Week 7 college football top 25 predictions. And you got multiple teams on the bye. I know both Texas and Oklahoma have the bye after the Red River Showdown last week. And there are a couple other teams in the top 25 that have the bye this week. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoy them or thoughts on my predictions, and peace out.